guys, vehicle.
Anytime you bring a vehicle off the ground, you always want to bring it up just a little bit.
Yeah.
And give it a good shake.
Oh, that's a good idea. Back to my rise. I would like to magically induce this. Is this a good roll the open?
No.
Leo. Roll the open.
Here we go.
Let's make it a good day.
You're a tiger. Give it up for Debbie Gibson, everyone.
We do it our own way.
Yes!
I'm gonna start crying and laughing so hard.
I did not do that. Melissa. And we are live. What's up, everybody? Let's make it a good day, shall we? Shall we? Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Jason Show. I'm Jace. Audience, clap one more time for my sidekick sister. It's Kendall Mark, everybody. How you doing? Happy day.
I have magic in my veins.
Yeah.
Didn't you see? I can lift a car.
You lifted a car. Look at that. You're magic.
Thank you.
You look great, as usual.
Thanks. You look nice too.
Thank you. You know,
We're
I'm
just
trying.
gonna compliment each other for the next
That's
hour.
right.
Hope
It's
you
a
guys are
mutual
ready.
admiration society. No, but how you doing? Doing well?
Yeah, but it was funny. We went to that shoot and I had said, hey, I'm pregnant, so I don't know what size shirt I'm gonna need. And the guy was so sweet. He's like, I brought out a medium, large, XL, and he's like, and you know, bigger than that too if you need that, whatever you need, girl.
Oh, that's a diplomatic answer for that.
He's like, which of these do you need?
Oh, that is good.
Funny.
I can't wait. When are we seeing that? When's that going to be? Next week or something? Soon? Very soon?
Soonish.
Well, also, speaking of soon, we're all a little excited around here. We announced it earlier this week. We are expanding once again, and the Jason Show will be in Sweet Home Chicago as of Monday. And it's really nice. It just is so gosh darn nice. And I want to say, too, because I've gotten a couple subsequent questions, the show isn't moving from here. I've gotten that a couple times, and I should have addressed that
To be clear.
right away. To be clear, the Jason Show is and always will be based right here in the Twin Cities. It's not gonna move. No. And I think there's no reason for it to. I mean, our show, I think one of the things I hope people like is the fact that it's light. We try to be funny just to make you laugh and forget about the crazy world that we're living in right now. That's all we want to do, and I think that's universal. I don't think it matters where our show is based. I think it translates well, and I hope that the Chicago audience will embrace us. And I was just thinking about it. You know, it's on Monday, and I hope you watch, and I hope you'll be in the audience. We want a giant audience. We still have tickets. If you want to be in that studio audience for Monday, go to eventbrite.com and search The Jason Show. But Chicago, if you don't know this, and I've mentioned it briefly in other episodes, but Chicago is such a special market for talk shows because it was the birth of Donahue. You know, it's where Donahue started. And Jerry Springer, Jenny Jones, and a little bitty show called the Oprah Winfrey Show. And obviously I was born and raised in Chicagoland. So the show, and I didn't mention this on Tuesday, I'm very lucky. I call them my high school five, my girls, who I've been friends with since 1986. They reminded me, and I was like, wow, I didn't even think about that. The show will now be in my hometown. So kids that I grew up with will be able to watch the show, you know? And included in that group of people, my bullies. Take that, Adam Zolvensky. There we go. Who dropped books on me on my first day of high school. But yeah, anyway.
Nice guy.
He's a nice guy. He turned out to be a nice guy.
That
but
wasn't saying
no, he's nice now. But anyway, it just means a lot. So I hope you'll join us. We're going to add some new things. The show's really not going to change. It'll still be what you watch every day. But we're fine tuning it a little bit. And you'll see that starting on Monday. I just want to preemptive strike. I just want to thank everybody that works on this show so hard lately getting us ready for this. Jeff and Ted and Aaron and Eric and Rob and Kendall and Leo in the booth and all of our floor directors. I really, really just know that I appreciate you very, very much. So thank you. Okay, let's get started. Should we do today's show?
Yeah.
Why not? Let's do today's show. It's time for the hot dish. Roll it, Leo. Let's do this. We got to teach Chicago what hot dish means. We got to do that.
Yes.
We got to do that on Monday. Okay, let's get started. Wow. It was the moment we never, ever, ever thought would happen. Deadline dropped this big news yesterday that Kim Cattrall is returning to the Sex and the City franchise. Yeah. And will appear in the second season finale of the spinoff and Just Like That. Her scene took place, this is what we know. It was actually Variety that we got to credit where credit's due. Variety found out that her scene took place in a car and will be shown, we think, toward the end of the season, if not the season finale. There was no interaction with the cast. There was no interaction with MPK, which is Michael Patrick King, the showrunner, or SPJ, or SJP, the star. It was a shot as a one-off, but people are saying that she could come back. The door is open for a season 3. I don't know if that's going to happen because, look, she may have done, I don't want to focus on the bad part of this. There's a lot of positive, but the reality is Kim Cattrall and SJP have not made up. You know what I mean? There's not a thawing of this relationship. She had no interaction with Sarah. She shot this independently. But who knows? This is what's curious to me, is two things. Is SJP mad that this news got dropped? Because could you imagine, just hang with me here. If I were the producer, I would have tried to keep this secret because it would have broke the internet on season finale night. Because nobody expected this. Nobody. No. They hate each other. No, let me rephrase that. Sarah does not hate Kim. I think Kim hates Sarah Jessica. But if we would have watched the season finale and then the very last scene, Samantha pops up, I would have peed right there on my couch. Just this. So, and then if someone did leak it, who leaked it? Right. Was it Kim? You know what I mean? Because Kim also, my executive producer on the radio show reminded me of this. Ironically, Kim Cattrall has a new show starting on Netflix. Guess when that new show debuts? The same day that Sex and the City drops their new season. So, I'm just saying. Well, after the news broke yesterday, many people that love pop culture were reminded of the stars of another popular show that hate each other. TVLine.com president Michael Ausiello tweeted this. First look at Sarah Jessica Parker and Kim Cattrall on And Just Like That. Now, if you're kind of lost, you're like, Jason, why is this funny? This is an image of Juliana Margulies and Archie Punjabi from CBS's The Good Wife. This scene, yeah. You know I love The Good Wife. This scene in the final season was shot with the actors in separate locations, and they were edited together because the rumor is Juliana could not stand her, and she could not stand Juliana so much that they couldn't even film one scene together. Yeah. And I guess it's a perfect time to tell you that Kendall has been green screened into the show since season 7.
This is a wall.
The studio audience sitting here right now can tell you Kendall is not sitting here. She's being green screened in. Kendall's in another studio.
That's why I'm the traffic reporter.
Because she hates me. Yeah. Right, Kendall?
That's why I'm the traffic reporter, so I know how to do this.
Yeah.
Green screen thing.
Exactly. Because if you always notice, I don't look at Kendall, I always look up. And it's like, because I can't get the right angle. No. You know what this also reminds me of, really quick, and I swear I'll get to move. Let me go back one more step. When Suzanne Summers was fired from Three's Company, and they made her come back to do a couple more episodes. It was so awful what they did to her. ABC forced her on this little set with one phone, and they made her tape a whole bunch of phone calls, and she wasn't allowed on the set. It was so bad. They treated her so poorly.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, next in the dish. Part 2 of the Vanderpump Rules reunion aired last night. Now look, I don't like this show, but I do like drama. So enjoy.
Sheena, because of the temporary restraining order that Raquel has against you, you will have to leave the stage before Raquel joins us. But before you go, what is the latest on the restraining order?
We have a court date on the 29th.
She claims you punched her that night after Watch What Happens
I will
Live.
speak to you about this after the 29th.
You can't speak to me about it now.
No.
Did you punch her?
I can't say anything.
Okay. Does anyone else here think Sheena punched her?
I think she might have slapped her. No. She can't. Look at her fingers, her fingernails. She can't make a fist.
No.
Sandoval, what do you think happened? Sandoval?
Oh my God. Ew. Ew. Anyway, that restraining order has since been dropped. Sandoval also got upset with producers because he wanted an off-camera conversation with his mistress, Raquel. Things got so tense. Aaron. Things got so tense, the other Tom popped a Xanax on set.
Just like had him in his pocket.
Welcome to executive producer Jeff's life every day on the set. Yes, every day. Those aren't Flintstone vitamins over there. That's
Nope.
right. We're going to take a break. We'll be back right after this. Back in a moment. We'll green screen Kendall in a little bit. Leo, can we take Kendall's the 2 shot? Is she there? No, we don't have her yet. We'll green screen her in just a little bit. We haven't gotten along since 2017, so that's why. Welcome back. Netflix is ready to drop another nature documentary. I love these, and I know you do too. Narrated by the great David Attenborough. They just released the trailer for Our Planet 2. Look at this.
All life on Earth depends on the freedom to move. Experience the extraordinary journeys that shape our world.
I love these so much. And listen to these numbers. The first season of Our Planet was viewed by more than 100 million households in March of 2021. Well, at that time we didn't have much else to do, but yeah. Make sourdough and listen to David Attenborough. The new season drops in 2 weeks. I'm just happy that it's another great thing to watch on Netflix. Netflix has been a little dry lately. This is good, and there's another show coming up on Netflix that I can't wait to tell you about. But do you watch these?
Yes, I love anything David Attenborough. It's why I wasn't in my seat on time, because I was watching something on my phone.
No, it's because you really hate me. No. That's why we just green screen you in. That's right.
We weren't supposed to tell anybody.
There we go. Our hot dish now continues with our Insider to the Stars. Please welcome from the Hollywood Raw podcast. He's not green screened. It's Dax Holt, everybody.
Good morning, Jason. Good morning, audience. How is everyone?
Doing well. How are you?
I can't complain.
Dax, now I usually get right down to business. You know, you and I don't really engage in pleasantries much, but I was, because I follow you closely on social media. I follow you very closely, and yesterday I noticed a picture that you posted that caught our attention here in Minnesota and in Seattle. And here's the picture. This is now that young man looks familiar. Is that you?
That is me. Listen, I was trying to get into the influencer game at a young age. And so I was, really repping the Coca-Cola back in the day. Now, I don't know why I'm wearing that in a school photo. Like, I don't know why my mom would send me to school in that. I don't know why I'd ever put that thing on, but man, that is a beautiful, beautiful photo to look back at and cringe.
Oh, Dax, that is the world's largest children's turtleneck I've ever seen in my life.
So no, I think what you're seeing there is, I think, number one, I'm wearing a turtleneck, but I'm wearing a sweater on top of the turtleneck. Notice the mullet is going on too, because you've got the longer hair in the back. I mean, all of it really is beautiful 80s at its finest.
Yeah. Was it a chilly day that day? I mean,
listen, I'm trying to come up with reasons why I would wear it.
Yeah.
I haven't come up with any at this point.
Let me know if you do. Yeah. Hey, okay, now one more pleasantry. We want to celebrate you. You guys, once again, the top-rated entertainment podcast. Congratulations.
Yes. Thank you so much. Yes, it has been a very exciting week. We've kind of been all over the place. We went on Heather McDonald's Juicy Scoop the other day. That was obviously huge. Her podcast is massive. And we hit the #1 spot on the iTunes charts for entertainment news, which is a big, big deal for us. I mean, you're beating out a lot of big entertainment spots. Like, like you got Fox on there. You've got TMZ's on there. I mean, all of our competitors, and we are #1, which has been a really cool thing for us. So thank you. I appreciate that.
Heather, oh, of course, buddy. We're big cheerleaders and vice versa. I know, and we appreciate it. Heather McDonald was here, and yeah, if you guys don't know, it's one of the biggest entertainment podcasts around. What was it like being on Heather's show?
It's fun. That was the second time she invited us back. She likes to get basically what we talk about on our podcast all the time. She likes to then have us come on to hers to talk about it. And it's really what behind the scenes information, what it's like, because my co-host Adam, for people that have never tuned in, which you should be ashamed of yourself if you haven't. He is an active photographer in New York. And so, when the whole Harry and Meghan thing broke, he was the first person I called to be like, is this true? Did what happened? And, he reached out to a couple of these guys to ask them what went down. And we had all of this exclusive information about that so-called chase that day, and so she wanted to know about that. We get into behind the scenes of what it's like working in Hollywood, pulling back the curtain, and so she likes to pick our brains for an hour and a half on her show, just like we've been letting our audience over the last couple episodes. We've been having our audience ask us anything. Nothing is off limits. They can ask us any questions they want. They just have to join our private Facebook group, Off the Record, and they can ask us anything. And we sat there and we've devoted a couple episodes to just anything. People want to know why I left TMZ, what it was like working with Harvey Levin, everything, and we break it all down for them.
I can't wait to listen. You'll be #1 again next week. Thank you, buddy.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right. Bye, buddy. I'll see you next week.
Thank you,
Find
Jason.
Dax's podcast, the Hollywood Raw podcast, wherever you get your podcasts. It is great. Dax is, look.
Good for them.
Dax has been around. I'm so proud of him, and he's been with us since The Buzz. I was hosted The Buzz over there on our station. Next on the dish, Netflix dropped the trailer for the new season of Black Mirror. This anthology series, huge. We've been waiting a few years for another season, and well, it's here. 5 new episodes. Here's the preview.
What do you want to watch?
Can't really do another true crime.
What about?
Oh my God. She even has your hair.
The
first question any platform is going to ask is, what's the hook?
First step is to recognize that you're not in control of this.
Is that Salma Hayek?
Bingo.
How's the coffee?
I did not say that like that. This is an adaptation of Joan's life.
Can everybody that has Streamberry watch this?
Hey, how you doing out there? Cool.
Yeah. This is season 6. Comes to Netflix in 2 weeks. If you've never watched what it is, it's a darker, more intense Twilight Zone is how I describe it. It's the Twilight Zone times like 15.
How long are each of the episodes? Are they about an hour?
About an hour long.
Oh, I could get into that.
You could. Have you?
Yeah.
You've never seen any of them?
No, because I was always like, oh God, that's too real. I mean, honestly, I think all those
Too
creepy
real?
things.
What the hell's happening at your house?
I think those things are so
What do you mean
creepy.
too real?
I just feel like sometimes I have these nightmares, and these are the kind of things I think about. And if I saw it on TV, I'd be like, oh my God, it's real, and I could never leave my house again.
When's that baby due?
A while.
You're like a can of New Coke, slightly sweeter. Yeah, just a little nuttier.
It's the lack of wine in my
That baby,
veins.
man, I can't wait to. I'm gonna have a conversation with that kid eventually.
I know.
Yeah.
This kid's psychotic.
I have a lot to
already.
say to that kid. Next in the dish, recently I got a chance to watch it. I finished it last night. The new Netflix series about the real lives of underwater performers.
What?
Yeah.
It's an what?
Stephanie Hansen was one in her 20s. And now the cooking mermaid. Anyway, they're more commonly called mermaids. All joking aside, this docuseries is called Mer People. And before I give you my thoughts, here's the trailer.
When someone sees a mermaid, it's magical, it's mythical, it's made up. Or maybe it isn't.
3, 2, 1, jump, go!
This is a $500 million industry. There are pageants, there are conventions, there are competitions, there are auditions, there are shows.
Wait, that's a job? I always wanted to be a mermaid. I can't really grow much as a mermaid in Arkansas because I feel like I'm trapped in this box. I'm a landlocked mermaid.
That's right. You heard that right. Sparkle Mermaid is a landlocked mermaid in Little Rock, Arkansas. Look, this show, the lesson in this show is there's a bucket for every fish. There really is. Because as someone who loves a subculture like Star Wars or the nighttime soaps, I'm not judging anybody. Because what I loved, all joking aside for just a second, what I loved is the fact that people that really love something found other people that love it too and feel accepted. And in this world, where you're criticized for everything and people are hating each other for a variety of reasons, the fact that these good people aren't hurting anybody, they love something that makes them happy, and they found other people that they can talk to about it is pretty damn wonderful. I mean, you know what I mean? So I'm not going to judge them. Now.
But was it entertaining?
Oh, entertaining as all Dickens. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Seriously,
Yeah.
I devoured these 4 episodes. It's so good. You love these people. Look, there are some best in show moments. You're not laughing at them. You're laughing at, because this isn't real life for us, you're laughing at the absurdity. Like, we got to go, but for instance, later, I think episode 3, one of the mermaids talks about the massive amount of industrial lubrication that you need to rub on your lower half to get the vinyl tail on. You know what I mean?
That would have come.
That's not a problem I have. You know what I mean?
That would have come in handy that time that you got stuck in some Spanx.
Well, it would have come in handy when I got stuck in man Spanx in
Yes.
2010, but
Yes.
that's,
Another story, another day.
Time to meet Mer People, available right now on Netflix. Time to meet our next JVIP of the week. Today it's Pamela Matson from Anoka, one of my favorite towns. She loves the show because it's uplifting, funny, and chill. Is that a mermaid fin she has on her?
Getting her hair
Oh, she's
colored.
getting her hair colored. Okay, yeah. God, I love people. Pamela says she learns things and laughs like crazy. Well, I love you, Pamela. She calls it the great part of her day when she can indulge in this treat. Well, we appreciate it. You get a mug. You're also entered to win the monthly grand prize. That includes being a VIP guest in our studio, a $150 gift card to Becker Furniture World, and a $150 gift card to our family at Advanced Aesthetics. We have such a good show, including former mermaid Stephanie Hansen. We'll be right back. It's one of the official drinks of summer, lemonade, or make that strawberry lemonade. But how do you make it great? How do you make a good, fantastic homemade strawberry lemonade? And then how do you mix it with other things? Stephanie Hansen is going to tell you. And then we're going to play You Know You're Old When. That and more when we come back. Welcome back to the show. Well, it is officially lemonade season. Who knew? Aaron Schwab knew. But hey, did you know this? You can spruce up your lemonade and add some more flavoring. But what flavoring? Here with her strawberry lemonade is the foodie queen and former mermaid, Stephanie Hansen, everyone.
I think these are my people.
Yeah, oh, they're great. Stephanie said alcohol, the word alcohol in the commercial break, and row one erupted. You know what I mean?
Very excited.
Yeah. Okay, strawberry lemonade.
Okay, so I just found out, maybe from producer Jeff, that strawberry lemonade is not your favorite, so I'm so glad I brought some to make.
No, look, I don't enjoy lemonade. I think it's too sweet.
Okay, this might work.
Like at the state fair, like the homemade lemonade. Yeah. I love, so this is homemade. I'm sure I will enjoy this.
You know, this might work for you, actually.
Okay.
Because I'm going to show you a quick way to do it. Normally, when you make lemonade, you make like a simple syrup, and it's a little tedious. This is much faster.
Yeah, I was going to say, because right there, I don't want to make simple syrup.
No one wants to make simple syrup, so I'm going to show you a quick way.
Okay.
Okay, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to cut the rind off of the lemons because this white part called the pith is bitter, and we don't want that in our lemonade.
The pith?
The pith.
So if someone in your life is bitter, call them a pith. Yeah.
A pith or a pill?
Yeah, a pill. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so cut off that part.
So we're going to cut off the pith.
Okay.
And then we are just going to cut it like very roughly. We're not even seeding it into just quarters, okay? So that's part one.
It doesn't even have to be pretty.
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
Okay, so we are going to take a half a cup of sugar. That's all the sugar that's in here. So not too much.
That's not too much, okay.
Nope. And we're just gonna, I'm just eyeballing. I had about a cup in there. We're gonna just do a little zhuzh in my Vitamix. You can use a regular blender if you want.
You're zhuzhing the sugar?
I am, because I just wanna make it a little finer so that it dissolves faster.
Oh, that's a little pro tip. Okay,
so
a little
pro
Hansen
tip.
hack.
Yep. All right, so we're starting with that. Now we're gonna take our rough chopped lemons and we're gonna put them in there, seeds and all.
Okay.
Then we're gonna add.
The audience is surprised by that. I am too.
We're gonna add strawberries, and we're gonna use about a pound.
You would think they were gold coins. The audience, row one again, got very excited. May I have a strawberry? Give me one. I love strawberries. They're nature's candy.
I know, and if you can find like fresh farmers market strawberries, which it's a little too early in Minnesota for that, I mean, do that because they're amazing.
Yeah.
All right, you could even. Blow your mind here. You could even put the green parts in because they're nutritious, and we're going to strain out any of the stuff we don't want.
We are?
We are.
I got to tell you, I'm very curious of how this is going to end up.
I know. It's going to be great.
Okay.
Okay, so we've got our lemons. We've got our sugar. We've got our strawberries. We're going to take 3.5 cups of water. We're making kind of like a concentrate.
Okay.
Which is basically the idea is it's going to be super flavorful, easy for me to say.
Yeah.
Super flavorful for some, and then we can add like some sparkling water and some other things to dilute it a little bit for others, so we can make it a mocktail and cocktails.
Okay.
Okay, are you ready?
Yeah, put that lid on a little. You're scaring me with that lid. Okay.
The Vitamix is an amazing.
I love a Vitamix. They're expensive,
situation.
but so worth it.
Yeah. Okay, so that's really all it is.
Okay.
And we are gonna just strain it.
And you have to strain it.
Yeah, because you're gonna strain out any of the seeds, any of the green parts, any of the stuff you don't want.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm with you so far. And again, I was telling Steph, you know, one of the best people, one of the most popular drinks at Olive Garden is their strawberry lemonade. And I don't know. And Stephanie just told me she's never been to Olive Garden, which I got to take her. But yeah.
Tell everyone.
No, we're doing this as a story. I'm taking you to the OG.
I've never been to Costco. I've never been to the Olive Garden.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah,
we didn't go out to eat when I was a kid.
Did you live in a tent? I mean, what did you do to me? Did you live in a colonial village? It's not like we've been...
The colonial village of Bloomington. We did have raccoons and turkeys in our backyard that were pets.
We'll be right back. We'll taste this when we return.
Yes.
More with Hanson. We did have raccoons. We're back with Stephanie Hanson. Stephanie'sDish.com. And don't forget to listen to Stephanie's show, The Weekly Dish, Saturdays on My Talk 1071, or get the podcast if you're listening to us or watching us from other parts.
Now,
okay.
Jason was surprised how much kind of pulpy stuff is left in here.
Yeah.
So you just push that through with the back of a spoon.
Okay.
If you had a little more time, it'll just naturally do it. So it's not as hard as I'm making it look. Okay, so this is our delicious juice.
Okay.
And now we're gonna make some things. So if you just want like a traditional strawberry lemonade.
Oh, I get it. So that's the base.
Yeah.
And we're going to take that base in a variety. Okay, got it.
Correct. You can add a little more, like, here, taste it, because you might like it super flavorful like that.
Okay.
You liked it,
I'm
didn't
down
you?
with this. Yeah.
Okay, do you need any?
I need a pop.
You need a pop.
Do you have any club soda?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm going to put a little bit of this lemon spindrift just because you're enhancing the lemony aspects.
A lemon what?
Spindrift. Do you know about this?
Spindrift. That was a Fast and Furious movie.
Oh, I love this stuff.
Yeah.
It's 50 calories and it's just juice and soda water. So there's no added sugar. Yeah, I'm Fast and Furious. I don't know about that. Okay, so that's just your regular strawberry lemonade.
This is the first strawberry lemonade I've ever liked in my life.
I'm so glad.
Yeah.
I'm so glad.
That's
All right.
refreshing. And you know what? Again, not too sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna make a strawberry basil cocktail. Okay, so we're gonna take our basil and we're just gonna muddle it in our glass with a little strawberry and a little lemon.
Okay, continue.
Do you know about muddling?
Well, no, when I'm getting ready, I have a water bottle if row one starts to charge us. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, just...
Okay, that is real funny.
Yeah.
Okay, smell it.
They don't give these shows to monkeys. Yeah, that's right. Okay, what now?
Here, smell. It's just like a
that's so
garden
nice.
in a glass.
Yeah.
So I am going to put some of the, we'll go with
Vodka.
Vodka. I know, Jason likes vodka. Now here's a little tip.
Is someone booing vodka? Oh, oohing. Okay, yeah.
Can you get that off? And if you can't, it's fine, but. Oh, you did.
There we
Okay,
go.
here's a little tip. On some of these shakers, this is an ounce.
Oh.
So, like, this drink is going to be a 2-ounce drink.
Oh, I can see. I never, yeah. Can I show you how I do it?
You just go one.
No, I go, this is what I do. This is what I do. I go like this. I go, this is no joke. I go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 for Tina Turner. Right there. And then that's what I do.
like it.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to add, we've got our vodka, we've got a little bit of strawberry lemonade in here. I know, I've done this before and it's gotten aggressive.
Okay.
Okay, ready?
Well, that's going in the new open.
Okay, wait.
Eric, mark that right there. Okay.
Now can you get it off? That's always the hard part.
Okay.
Oh, look at you. You're like a professional.
Well, I've drank before.
I know.
Yeah. Okay. Not on the
Okay,
weekdays,
and
though.
we're going to add a little ice here. And we're going to add a little lemon, a little ginger.
Okay.
And we've got our basil in there. I mean, cocktails is a lot about the garnish, right?
It is.
You want it to look kind of pretty.
Okay.
And then you're going to have a special straw.
I'm ready, row one. I'm
Okay.
ready for you. I'm ready. They start charging. I'm
we'll just put a little one in there for.
Okay.
But I mean,
That's
okay,
beautiful.
yum. Make sure you stir up all the muddly parts.
Okay. And
Oh,
there
that
is vodka
looks-
in this beverage,
Oh
right?
yeah,
Okay.
that looks so good.
Mhm.
He's like, I'll be keeping this. Now, one other thing I want to show you.
We have like 40 seconds.
Okay, yeah, it's good. You could make a picture of these. So you'd use 1.5 cups of gin in this case. I call it a gin strawberry cocktail. And you put all of your lemonade in, your gin, and then you can muddle some mint and put that right in your pitcher. So if you have a lot of people coming over and you don't want to get fussy with individual drinks, you just make up a whole pitcher for your party.
Because that's a great, because nobody wants to stop down, go make a drink,
Yeah.
stop down.
Because we know I failed at this once when I had a dinner party with Jace, but having a signature cocktail that's already prepared in a pitcher is an awesome way to greet the summer.
It helps you and it helps the guests.
Yeah, because
That's right.
your guests don't want to like make it too fussy or fancy for you. So
That's right.
have everything set out so that people can either help themselves or you can make them a quick cocktail as they walk in the door.
She's not fussy, but she is fancy. It's Stephanie Hansen, everybody. Stephanie'sDish.com. Get her book.
My book.
Get her book. Listen to her show, The Weekly Dish, with our other friend Stephanie March, wherever you find your podcast. We'll be right back. Back in a moment. I really, really did. Welcome back to the show. Welcome back. For many of us, it probably seems like yesterday when we were renting movies at Blockbuster, Hollywood Video, shoving quarters into a Pac-Man or a Donkey Kong game, or using a pencil to rewind a cassette tape that your girlfriend got you.
What?
Well, if you remember any of those, check out this new list from BuzzFeed. We sometimes pick on BuzzFeed, but this is a good one. The headline says, if you did any of these things growing up, you are officially old as dirt. Yeah.
Oh!
Joining me to talk about some of these things is Kendall, who's not old, and Stephanie, who
Is not old.
is not old either.
I'm old enough. I just had another birthday. Feeling it.
I know.
Well, the
Happy
alternative
birthday.
sucks, so.
I know, exactly.
Yeah. Okay. So first up, you're going to love these, audience. First up, you are old if you drove a car that needed 2 keys. One to unlock the door and one to start the car. Yes.
I can
Look at-
honestly say that
Kendall
I don't
is
think I did
confused.
this.
I have no idea what that is. What do you mean? Like to unlock the car door and then an ignition key?
And you had 2 keys on your keychain. I remember my mom having this, but I don't think we weren't old enough to have cars that did that, were we?
Yeah. My first car was a powder blue Pontiac station wagon.
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
And one of my first cars. And yeah, the round key was for the lock and the square head was for the ignition.
Yep.
Yeah.
Man,
Look at her. You're just,
it's terrible.
yeah.
It was
so
a lot.
sorry.
It was a lot.
of keys.
It was a lot. Next on the list, you are old if answering the phone having no idea who was on the other end. Yes. Well, let's remember, caller ID really didn't have prominence until like 95, 96, 97,
And
you know?
your friend's spam risk was not calling you 5 times a day either.
No,
Right.
no.
They didn't have like spam like that. So when it rang, it was someone like calling your house for something.
Do you remember 1-900 numbers?
Oh, yes.
Oh, God.
What was that?
Yeah.
I
That's
worked
the
in an
dirty numbers?
alternative newspaper. We made a lot of money off of those.
Yeah, yeah.
What's a 900 number?
Sexy chat.
It's like,
Oh.
it was naughty chat.
Dirty
Yeah, it
numbers?
was like,
Dirty
yeah.
chat.
Oh,
And they charged you by the minute. I have never, ever called one of those. Up next,
Uh-huh. Sure
I'm
you
sorry, top row. Laughing.
They know you.
I know. Up next on the list of things that if you did this, you are old. You listen to music in your car using this cassette to CD adapter. Believe it or not, yeah. Believe it or not, this item is still for sale right now on Amazon, and executive producer Jeff bought it. That's right, yeah.
The cassette is coming back, and CDs are coming back. So don't sell your stuff.
I know.
Just like radio or records came back, they sold more records last year than CDs.
Yes.
So everything old is new again. Hold on to your stuff.
I understand that, but I got it to the hi youngins. Take it from someone who lived through the cassette era. They were not great back then, and the sound is not great now. I mean,
a mixtape. I mean, you would be like crazy about a guy in the 9th grade, and he would put all his favorite love songs on the mixtape for you, and it was almost like he was right there next to you. Oh, yes.
We did that with CDs.
Yes.
You mix CDs?
Yeah, because we had
you
like
could burn
iTunes
them.
and we burn them. Yeah.
Burn a CD.
Yeah.
I ran a marathon once with a CD player strapped to my belt.
Yes, a Discman.
Skip all the time.
And it would skip the whole time I was running, but that's how you did it.
Well, speaking of CDs, next on the list, you're old if having one of these strapped to your car visor and almost causing an accident trying to find the CD that you want. Yes.
They'd like all come out.
Or the really thick books.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still have mine.
Keep them. I'm telling you, these are coming back, and they will be collector's items.
Yeah. Well, next on the list, you're old if having to turn the TV to channel 3 just to use your VCR. Yes! Channel 3 all the way.
Don't you kind of long for the simplicity of that, though?
No.
Like, no, there's 1,000 channels.
No.
I can't find anything. There's no TV guide.
No, girl.
Yeah.
I don't want to change to channel 3.
How do you learn what you're going to watch? There's no scrolling.
Oh, I don't know my Netflix account. I just look and I say like,
No,
oh,
there
that
is a
looks
charm.
good.
There was a charm too.
And you would find shows that you didn't know existed, and you would start watching them. Like, you don't have any of that now.
Like
Well, I mean, in all fairness, you could just start a show on Netflix. But yeah, I get it. Yeah.
You know,
Here,
it's not the same.
here's the next one. You're old if the adrenaline of going to the bathroom or refrigerator during a commercial break and one of your siblings screams, "It's on! It's back on!" Yeah. Because you couldn't, like, TiVo brought that in of like stop and rewinding live TV. That's fairly new.
Yes.
We record things on like the VHS. You know, you could record it, and we get so mad because my dad would tape over all of it with the PGA everything.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's funny.
Absolutely.
So mad.
I would record over everything in my house with
No.
Dallas. Yeah,
That's
it was
funny.
like every VHS had either Knots Landing on it or Dallas. Yeah.
We didn't stop to go to the bathroom. We would stop to get seconds of food.
I thought you were going to say
more
something
sour
else.
cream!
I'm just glad you said that.
No, just, you know, we
I
ate a
know.
lot.
We'll be right back. Back in a moment, everyone. I need more Cheetos. Welcome back. Don't forget to get tickets to our show, eventbrite.com, and search for The Jason Show. It's time for the world's shortest segment. Today, the issues some kids face when your mom is famous. Kate Hudson shared a thirst trap on Instagram this week, saying "Sun's out, buns out." Now, because we try to be a show for everyone. We can't show you the full thong without losing our liquor license. After her brother Oliver Hudson joked, criticizing the pic, Kate said, "Well, you should just unfollow me then." Her 19-year-old son Ryder responded, saying he may have to unfollow his mom as well. We'll be right back. Back in a moment. I wish I looked that good. Jeff showed emotion there. Welcome back. It's time for the surprise goodbye. You know how this works? We don't know what's in this segment until I read it right now. Today, video that will just make you smile. Some preschool kids got a big surprise at the end of the school year. A visit from a former classmate who had moved away a few months before. Watch. Oh. Okay, now, you know what sweet video of executive producer Jeff is smiling. I mean, that's like, he's loving this. How sweet is that? The boy got mobbed by his friends. Kaysen's mom arranged the secret visit with his former teacher. Love that. Tomorrow, Kendall and her mom are back with more book recommendations. It's the book club. Plus, we'll chat live with the stars of the new season of Manifest on Netflix. But right now, that's going to do it for us. If you're watching and you're a kid that's being bullied, you go out there and be yourself, because nobody can tell you you're doing it wrong. Have a good day, everybody. Thanks for watching. Happy start of Pride.